Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैवं नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरजेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अवद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतं सेवय। भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवती नैष्ठिकी। Leyendo Srimad Bhagavatam, canto 3, capítulo 11, el verso, ¿cuál es?
24.
¿Eh?
34.
34. Es que está mal puesto esto. Bueno, ahí tiene. Bueno, vamos a dar bienvenida a Señor Gul, que ha venido primera vez. Le hemos inspirado, मेरा friend है.
India से.
इधर रहता है सऊता में. Bueno, entonces vamos a repetir el verso 3 veces y luego hacemos comentario. Yad artham ayusastasya parardham abhidhyayate purva parado apakranto hi aparo adya pravartate yad artham ayusastasya parardham abhidhyayate purva parardo apakranto hi aparo adya pravartate yad artham ayusastasya parardham abhidhyayate purva parardo apakranto hi aparo adya pravartate. Yadartham ayusastasya parardham abhidhyayate purva parardo apakranto ya pararo adya pravartate. Yadartham ayusastasya parardham abhidhyayate pura parardo apakranto hi aparo adya pravartate. Yat ardham ayusastasya parardham abhidhyayate purva parado apakranto hi aparo adya pravartate. Yadardham asusyatasya parardham abhidhyayate purva parardo apakranto hi aparo adya pravartate. Yat aquello que, perdón, ardham mitad, ayusa de la duración de la vida, tasya su parardham un parardha, abhidhyayate se denomina, purva la anterior, parardha mitad de la duración de la vida, apakranta habiendo pasado, y ciertamente apara la última adhya de este milenio pravartate ha de comenzar. Los 100 años de la vida de Brahma se dividen en dos partes, la primera mitad y la segunda mitad. La primera mitad de la duración de la vida ya pasó y la segunda mitad está transcurriendo ahora. Significado. Ya hemos hablado de la duración de 100 años en la vida de Brahma en muchos pasajes de esta obra. Y también se describe en el Bhagavad Gita 8,17. Ya han pasado 50 años de la vida de Brahma y aún faltan por completarse 50 años más. Así que también para Brahma la muerte es inevitable. verso nuevo, yat ardham ayusatasya parardham abhidyayate purva parardo apakranto hi aparo pravartate. Los 100 años de la vida de Brahma se dividen en dos partes, la primera mitad y la segunda mitad. La primera mitad de la duración de vida de Brahma ya pasó y la segunda mitad está transcurriendo ahora. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshurunimiltam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Jai Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Jai Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I will do English and Spanish translation. So for those who don't understand Spanish. So here we are speaking of the life of Lord Brahma. En este verso se habla de la vida de Señor Brahma. So Brahma lives for 100 years, but 100 years of Brahma is not the same 100 years of the Earth planet. So Brahma vive 100 años, pero los 100 años de Brahma no son los mismos años que el años terrenal. So it is calculated that one day of Brahma has 1000 Chatur Yugas. So one Chatur Yuga is Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. So Kali Yuga is how many years?
432,000 años.
Correct. So Kali Yuga tiene 432,000 años. And from that 5,000 years have passed approximately. Then 4,32,000. And the previous Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, how many years? Exactly double, 864,000. En Dwapar Yuga tenía 864,000. Luego el Treta Yuga tenía 1,200,000 y pico años. Y Satyuga 1,728,000 años. So, en esta manera, Dwapar Yuga tenía el doble que Kali Yuga y luego el Treta Yuga y Satyuga. So like this, all these 4 yugas makes one Chatur Yuga. And 1,000 like this Chatur Yugas is one day of Brahma. 1,000 Chatur Yugas. And same 1,000 Chatur Yugas, one night of Brahma. So you can imagine how long Brahma lives. Entonces, esos 1,000 Chatur Yugas es un día de Brahma. Y ese 1,000 Chatur Yugas también es una noche de Brahma. Y así puedes imaginar cuántos años tiene la vida de Brahma. So it's calculated according to the earthly calculation. It is 411 trillion 312 billion years Brahma lives. 411 trillion. And then also it is said that Brahma's life is just one breath of Lord Vishnu. Only when Vishnu exhales, the whole creation is created, Brahma is born, and when he inhales, everything is destroyed.
One Chaturika?
No. 1,000 Chatur Yugas, one day of Brahma. 1,000 Chatur Yugas. And one kalpa is 1 day of Brahma. One day of Brahma is one kalpa. Yeah, good question. And in 1 day of Brahma also there are 14 manus. 14 manus. Yeah. So this is how the calculation is made. And Lord Krishna is born in 1 day of Brahma, in the 7th manu, and in the 28th kalpa, 28th day. 28th cycle, 28th Kali Yuga of that cycle, because there are 1,000 cycles. So in the 14th day, on the 7th Manu, I'll tell you exactly, I've written it down, because this calculation is a little bit complicated. So this is So one one yuga, this 4 cycle is called Chatur also Mahayuga, and all this 1000 Mahayugas is one day of Brahma. So according to the earthly calculation, one day of Brahma is 4.32 billion years, as I told you, and the life is 311 trillion years. And Krishna appears in the Dwapar Yuga of the 28th Mahayuga in the reign of 7th Manu. Out of 14 Manu, he comes on the 7th Manu, and this Manu is called Vaivasvata Manu. So entonces Señor Krishna aparece una vez en el día de Brahma, en el séptimo Manu, en el reino de Vaivasvata Manu. Anyway, this is very figures. Now, I don't want to go on more figures because, our mind will start. So, what we have to understand from this is these facts and figures are just making us understand that Brahma has such a long life, 411 trillion years, but even then he dies. He has to die. Even though he seems to be eternal, but he is not eternal. Entonces, bueno, esos son muchos números, pero lo que tenemos que entender es que aunque Brahma vive muchos años, pero aún así tiene que morir. Aunque su vida...
Ayer decía que aún así tiene miedo a la muerte.
O tiene miedo a muerte también. Sí, sí.
Igual que nosotros.
Sí, porque es Jiva. Es Jiva Tattva. Entonces, no es el Jiva Tattva que vive aquí. Jiva somos nosotros. So, we have to understand the principle of Bhagavad Gita is to awaken us because we are sleeping. Not sleeping now, we are awake, but even then we are sleeping. And where we are sleeping? In the night we sleep in the bed. In the daytime we sleep in the laps of Maya. Maya Devi. What Maya Devi makes us believe? That this world is real. This is my car. This is my house. This is my children. My bank balance. Everything is mine. But did we bring with us when we were born? We were not born even with one little cloth. No pañal, no cloth, nothing. Entonces, por la noche dormimos en la cama, pero durante el día vivimos en el regazo de Maya. Y Maya nos hace creer que todo es real. Eso es mi casa, eso es mi libro, mis hijos, mi mujer y todo esto. Cuando nosotros no hemos traído nada, hemos nacido sin un pañal o sin un trapo, como se dice. So, why is Maya making us believe this? Is Maya an enemy or a friend?
My friend.
Huh? Enemy, it can become a friend. Yeah. Now it is an enemy because it is taking us away from Krishna. Anything which is taking us away from Krishna is an enemy. But she can become a friend when she sees we are practicing devotional service. When we are practicing bhakti, she will give us the ingredients to practice bhakti. Because Maya is what? Material nature. And material nature, whenever we do bhakti, we need also Maya. Don't we need money for running the temple?
Oh, but Maya taking away or be taking?
Yeah, also beating. So, then that Maya gets transformed. So, Prabhupada gives a very nice example. Electricity is same. But same electricity going through air condition cools the house, and same electricity going through the heater heats the house. So, it depending on how you use it. So, how you are using Maya, it will determine whether Maya is good or bad. Maya is neutral actually, but the way you use it, it is... Entonces, Srila Prabhupada da un ejemplo muy bueno como electricidad. La electricidad es la misma, pero cuando entra en el aire acondicionado, enfría la habitación, y cuando entra en la calefacción, calienta la habitación. Depende cómo lo usa. Entonces, Maya realmente es neutro, depende cómo lo usa. Si lo usa en el servicio de Krishna, es positivo. Si lo usa para tu gratificar los sentidos, es negativo. Because the biggest loss we can make, nowadays every day we all the people who are in business, we say stock market is losing. The bolsa is going down. Trump is calm. He's creating havocs. Everybody is disturbed. This is loss. Everybody suffers. When people who are in the business fighting Pakistan, people are dying, and some people are, don't have food to eat or water to drink. This is loss. But the biggest loss in human life is when we are born and we don't remember Krishna, and we waste our life uselessly. Dharma sanushrita pumsham vivashkena kathasuya not paye jati ratim shama evahi kevalam. So if this life is not used for bhakti, for remembering God, it is waste of time. Because it is only a zero. A zero, 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 zero. In the bank balance, if you see somebody has $10 million, $50 million, too many zeros, but if you remove the one from beginning, it is all zero. So that one is Krishna, that one is the Supreme Lord. All the rest, material nature, are zeros. So if you add Krishna, all the zeros have value. But if you remove Krishna, no value. Entonces, como en la cuenta bancaria hay muchos ceros, y si delante no hay un cifra 1, esos ceros es cero. Pero si pones 1, se convierte en 1000 o 10,000 o 1,000,000. Y ese 1 es Krishna. Ese 1 es el Señor Supremo. So, we have to listen to Srimad Bhagavatam, which is non-different from Krishna. When Krishna left this material world, although Krishna is always present in form of Paramatma and form of deities, but in his personal form, he left Srimad Bhagavatam. For us, people like us, to read and to understand what is this material nature and who are we and what relationship we have with God. Entonces, cuando el Señor Krishna se partió de ese mundo material, dejó el Srimad Bhagavatam para que nosotros le podemos conocer a través de Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam Amalam Puranam. It is spotless, no fault. It is clean, crystal clean, like this glass. If you see, I can see transparent, but if I put a curtain, I cannot see. So Srimad Bhagavatam makes us see the spiritual nature like this glass. Through this glass, we can see outside. And through Srimad Bhagavatam, we can see the spiritual world. We can see Krishna dancing with the gopis. We can see Krishna playing the flute. We can see Krishna robbing the butter. And Krishna is the biggest thief. Esto Srimad Bhagavatam es como el cristal que nos revela el mundo espiritual. El mundo que está oculto a nuestros ojos, pero a través de Srimad Bhagavatam podemos ver el mundo espiritual. Now, why did I say Krishna is the biggest thief? To be thief is good or bad? Huh? Normal is bad. But whatever Krishna does is good. Now I'll tell you why. We are doing sins all the day. We are walking and we are stamping the ants, mosquitoes. We are breathing, we are killing the virus. So many sins. We are thinking bad of some people. We are offending. We are hurting people. But when we do bhakti, we chant the name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Krishna steals our sins. All our sins are destroyed. So now, is he a good thief or bad thief? Now he's good. Because he is... Entonces, cuando cantamos el Mahamantra Krishna, Krishna es el mayor ladrón, pero él roba nuestros pecados, él roba nuestros malos karmas. So not only that, he steals our heart. Now, if anybody over here, everybody, I suppose, have fallen in love sometime or the other with your Jai Shri Gaur-Nitai Ki Jai. We have fallen in love with a girlfriend, with a wife, or with even brother, sister. Not only love is between man and woman, but so many things, friends, So whenever we love some person, when we meet him, we just want to share, we want to enjoy, we enjoy sharing things and, loving each other. So love is the biggest force in this world. There's nothing else like love. Because people who don't believe in this, ask people who have lots of money, because people think lots of money is very good, but who have lots of money, but they don't have any children, or they don't have any companion, or they don't have mother and father, they're all alone. Ask them if they are enjoying. Nobody can enjoy. That is why people who have billions and trillions of dollars, if they don't have children, they become mad. And this was even in Bhagavatam we see Maharaj Chitraketu, he had full kingdom, but he wanted children, and he did a yajna to have children. And Narada Muni told, don't have children. Why? Chitraketu said, why? It is right, I am a king, I want a child, because the child will be my successor. So Narada Muni says, it is not on your rekha, we are not a karma, don't have. No, I want. Sometimes we want to zidd and to have something, even if we don't deserve it or don't in a karma. Entonces, un rey que se llamaba Chitraketu quería un hijo y Narada Muni dijo que no está en tu karma tener hijo. No, yo quiero tener hijo. Por favor, haga algo. Y Narada Muni dijo que no está. So when he did... he was determined to have a child. Narada Muni says, okay, do the yajna, but this child will be named Harsha Shoka. Harsha Shoka means lamentation. Harsha means joy. He will give you joy a little bit, but he will give you also problems. He will give you, sorrow. So entonces Narada Muni dijo, bueno, haz un yajna, pero este niño que va a ser fuente de placer y también de tristeza. So when the child was born, and Chitraketu had many wives. So the child was born to one wife. All the other wife became jealous because Chitraketu was attached to this wife who had given the child. He was always talking to her because the child was playing in the mother's lap. So other wife got disturbed. Oh, what is this? This, my king, my husband, only looking after this woman. What about us? We are servants? Or what this she thinks? And this is the material world. The Gul must be knowing better. When somebody earns some money, and your friend will say, hey, how can this person earn money? I also want. Jealousy. So then he will do something to earn or to bring you down. So this world is like this. So Maharaj Chitraketu, he had big problem. All the other wives were jealous. So one day they gathered together and they poisoned this child. And the child dies. Entonces, Maharaj Chitraketu tuvo un hijo que se llamaba Harsha Shoka, pero ahora las reinas, las que no tenían hijos, estaban envidiosas de la reina que tuvo hijo, y al final, con la envidia, envenenaron al hijo. Y el hijo se murió. So now, Chitraketu was crying like a small baby. Oh, my child, my child. So Narada Muni told, I told you, don't have child, but you want it. So if you want it, you want to fight against your karma, then karma will take away. But this was also a lesson. Now the child has died, and Narada Muni says to Chitraketu, if you want, I tell the child to come back, because he had powers. I can make the child come back only for 5 minutes. Okay, and then you can speak to him. So then Narada Muni told the child, please come back. So soul comes back in the body. The soul is awake. And Maharaj Chitraketu is telling his son, oh, my son, where did you go? Why did you go? Why did you leave us alone? And all they are crying. And the son is saying, but who are you? He's saying, who are you? Am I your father? He's saying, which father? I had so many fathers in different births. You also had different fathers. This was only one part of the life. But now I will go to another father. And this is what material world. Why you think I am your property? I am not your property. I am the property of Lord Krishna. Because everybody is coming from him. So why you are crying? So Maharaj Chitraketu, even a saint, when they give some blessing, it is for a higher purpose. So Maharaj Chitraketu, his spiritual wisdom got awakened and he realized what the truth was and he became a devotee. From then he did not want anything material because he knew all material things will give you little pleasure and lots of problems. Anything, you buy a big car, it will give you little pleasure before, then something break down, then insurance, then multa. So many problems. No. Entonces Maharaj Chitraketu, ese hijo que tuvo, se murió y Narada Muni le hizo volver, le cantó un mantra, le hizo volver y Chitraketu le dijo que por qué te había ido. Y el niño dice, pero ¿quién eres tú? Dice, yo soy tu padre. Dice, pero ¿qué padre? Yo he tenido muchos padres, tú no eres el único padre. ¿Y por qué te lamentas? Y entonces Maharaj Chitraketu se volvió devoto y se dio cuenta que estaba equivocado. So, like this, it is very important for us also to take the Sharanagati of a spiritual master, of a saint. Because the saint will awaken us from the darkness of Maya. The saint will give us light and then we will understand what this world is meant for. This world is not meant for us just to come, eat, sleep, enjoy. Well, that is what dog and hog and rat and cat everybody is doing. So why do we get human body for doing this? So then material nature will say, for this you don't need human body. Next life be born as a dog or as a cat. Because you just want to eat and sleep. You can do that.
Eat and sleep, Krishna consciousness.
So if you don't do bhakti, then your human body will be taken away. Because actually it's for your own good. Because see, if you want to eat and sleep a lot, as a dog or a cat you can sleep and eat better. No, we human beings, we have to cook the food, make so many preparation, and and then we get sick. Oh, this is this food is contaminated. Dog, cat can eat anything. He doesn't get sick, and he can sleep anywhere. So if you want to do this, material nature will say, take the body of the dog, cat and sleep as much as you want. Why you want human body? Because human body is meant for practicing Krishna consciousness, for God consciousness. Entonces, si no practicamos el servicio devocional cuando morimos, nuestro cuerpo se llevará la naturaleza material y nos dará un cuerpo de un perro o un gato. So it is actually only on a vision. So I'll tell you a nice story. Everybody likes story, right? So one man, he got a disease in the eye. Okay, and he goes to the doctor. Before there was Ved doctor, and he says this eye disease can be cured very difficult, because you cannot see the colors properly. So you have to see, if you see everything green color, your eyes will get cured. So he was a rich man. So, no, it's okay. Now it's finished. So then the doctor tells him, you have to see everything green. Entonces había una persona muy rica y se puso enfermo y entonces el médico le dijo que tiene que ver cosas verdes, como árbol, como esto. So what he did, he went to his house, big palace, and told his minister, paint everything green color. So, so his car, the horse carriage, green color, the walls green color, the room green color, the bed green color. Even he told his wife, you paint yourself green. Everybody wear green clothes. So after 1 month, that Ved doctor who told him, to do green, he came to see, because this was an important person, a king. He came to see if he is following well. Inside. So then this Ayurvedic doctor came to see him, and he's saying, Oh, what has happened in this city? Everybody is green, all painting green, the walls green. So he goes to the man, he's saying, is something wrong? He's saying, no, nothing wrong. I'm fine. You told paint everything, see everything green. So I painted everything green. He's saying, you stupid. You could have just bought one glasses and put the lens green. And then you could see everything green. Instead of painting everything green, just put the lens green. Entonces esta historia es de ese hombre que estaba enfermo de ojo, que no podía ver bien, y el médico le dijo que tiene que ver cosas verdes. Entonces él pintó toda la ciudad verde, la casa, el coche, todo verde. Y después de un mes el médico ayurvédico vino a verle y dice, ¿qué pasa en esta ciudad? ¿Por qué está todo verde? Y entonces este rey dijo, tú me has dicho que pongas todo verde. Dice, pero podía haber puesto una gafa con lente verde y ya vería todo verde en vez de pintar todo. So what the story means, that we cannot change people. We cannot, tell, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. This is not right, this is not, no. You change yourself. You change yourself, you change your vision. If you change your vision, everything will look good. Everything will look good. Everybody is good. In their own way, everybody is good. Respect everybody. Don't try to change the world. Change yourself, then the world will change by following your example. That is why preaching is only by example. Entonces, es como cuando predicamos, nosotros queremos cambiar el mundo, pero hay que cambiar primero nosotros. Cambiar, ser un ejemplo bueno. So this is another story, this you must be knowing, is a mother and a child. So the child is eating lots of chocolate and having cavity everywhere with his teeth. So the mother says, no, you have to stop eating chocolate. But the child don't listen. So she takes him to the doctor. And she takes him to the doctor and the doctor says, oh, he's eating chocolate? Yes. Okay, come after 1 week. So mother says, why 1 week? Oh, you come after 1 week. So mother takes away the child, comes after 1 week. And after 1 week, the doctor says to the child, oh, you have to stop eating chocolate because otherwise your teeth get spoiled. So mother said to the doctor, why didn't you say 1 week before? 1 week, are you wasted of mine? He's saying 1 week before, I was also eating chocolate. So if I'm eating chocolate, how can I tell? It's just like people are smoking cigarette. Cigarette smoking is very bad. It can go, and he's smoking. So who will listen to that person? First observe yourself. So, yes, achar kariye. Yeah. So see, your lifestyle should create an example. So if you are a good person, if you are following everything properly, then people will be attracted. He's saying, oh, this person is such a nice person. He's following everything. I want to be like him. And that is how you preach. By words, the preaching is not very effective. It's sometimes effect, but little. More is the example. Like a mother and child also. If the mother's getting up at 11 o'clock in the morning and telling the child, oh, you should have get up at 6 o'clock and start studying. The mother's sleeping at 11 o'clock. So then how it's, she can convince. Entonces, ese es el ejemplo del médico que dijo al niño que no comiera chocolate y dice al niño, vuelves después de una semana y ya puedes comer. Ya te aconsejo. Y después de una semana, el médico le dijo al niño que no comas chocolate porque te va a estropear los dientes. Y la madre, cuando le preguntó al niño que ¿por qué no dijiste hace una semana que no comiera? Dice, hace una semana yo también comía chocolate. Entonces yo no te podía aconsejar. So this is this verse is telling us about the life of Brahma, that even if Brahma lives for many, many years, but still he has to die. And we have, whether it's the highest planet like Brahmaloka, Brahma Bhuvana Loka, Punar Avriturajana, Mam upetat konteya punar janmana vidyate. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, from the highest planet of Brahma, which is living 411 trillion years, till the lowest planet in Patala Loka, and from highest Brahma to a small virus or ant. Maybe the ant lives for one day or half a day, and she dies. But all have one thing in common, is Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Birth, death, old age and disease. Have you seen anybody living for 200, 300 years in Kali Yuga? Not even 100 years. 100 years somebody lives is a big thing. And 100 years also is all type of diseases from A to Z. Entonces, todos los seres del planeta de Brahma hasta el planeta más inferior está sujeto a nacimiento, vejez, muerte y enfermedad. So some people say, okay, but life is good till the time is going on. I'm enjoying. I have money. I have health. I have wife. I have car and everything. Why you are speaking all this? When the time comes, you'll see. We'll see. When the time comes, we see. But when the time comes, it's too late. Because when you get disease, everybody has to get disease. Everybody has to become old and everybody has to die. That time, it is very difficult to practice bhakti. Bhakti should be started at as young as possible to put the practice so that when we become old, it's no problem because it's automatic. Whenever any problem, we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And Krishna has put us an easy method. You see, every method, like if you do business, how much of effort we have to take, go and do hard work, rack your brains and, compete with your competitors, so many things to become successful. And many people don't become successful. At the end of the life, they're doing business all their life and they're not making any money and they lose everything. Or if you're making a house, you make a house, beautiful house, sometimes it may take 10 years, 20 years to make a house. And one earthquake comes, like now there was an earthquake and finished. Everything is finished. Isn't it? So, no permanent solution. But if you do bhakti, even if you do little, whatever happens, you will never lose that amount of bhakti which you did. It is always positive balance in your bank. Always credit. There's no debit in bhakti. Always credit. Entonces, en mundo material, cuando hacemos cualquier cosa material, es cuánto esfuerzo necesitamos para practicar, para conseguir resultados. Y si fallamos, todo se pierde. Pero cuando hacemos bhakti, no se pierde nada. So this is another small story. With that, I think I'll end. Is a person, he was in love with a prostitute. His name was Biva Mangal Thakur. And Biva Mangal Thakur, he was so much loving this prostitute. Every day he used to go and see her. Whatever happens. That's why we spoke of the love. Love is blind. So every day he would get up and go and see the prostitute and, enjoy with her. So one day his father dies. And he's performing the last rites. The Brahman is performing the last rites. And now he's telling the Brahman, oh, do fast. What happened? I have to do the yajna. No, I have to go and see the prostitute. Pablo, ¿tú entiendes inglés o no?
Sí.
Vale. Just little, okay. Porque así terminamos la historia in English. So he says, Brahmana says, but I have to do your rites of your father. Your father has to go to heavenly planet, so I have to do the... No, I don't care. Do fast. He makes his Brahman do the yajna fast. And then he wants to go to see the prostitute. Now, there was a river, and this Brahman was living in one side and prostitute on the other side of the river. So every day he would take a boat and go. But this day, it started raining very heavily, and storm. So he goes to the river side and he tells the boatman, take me there. He's saying, you're mad? This boat will drown. I am not going. He said, I'll give you double money. He's saying, no, I will not go. I don't care. I'm not going. So all the boatmen ran away. Now because this person wants to see that girl anyhow. So he says, okay, I will swim. Now the river is flowing so deep, it's raining, storm. And he starts swimming. And then when he starts swimming, he starts drowning because the force of the river is, pulling him. And then he doesn't know what to do, and he sees a log of wood and he catches the log of wood. And slowly he's taken away to the other side by the current. And when he's taken on the other side, he sees that what he was holding was not wood, it was a dead body. It was a dead body. And then he says, oh my God, I am being a Brahman, I am holding a dead body, oh my God, what I do? But still, he just goes. And then he reaches the house of the prostitute, and now the door was closed, there was a wall, and the door was closed, he was knocking and she was not hearing because lots of noise of the wind and the rain. She was not hearing, so he wants to jump the wall. So he tries to find a rope. And he finds a rope and he catches the rope and it comes up, and then he realizes that the rope was a snake. But anyhow, he reaches the house of the prostitute. Her name was Chintamani. This is a real story. It's not a... Her name was Chintamani. Yeah. Chintamani. So now, this prostitute says, hey, Viva Mangal, how you came here? You're mad. There must be so much storm, so much rain. You must have got drowned. Then he told all what happened. That he caught a red body, he caught a snake, his father died. He's saying, oh my God, so much love you have for me. If you would have for Krishna, you would already achieve Krishna Prem. Already go to Krishna Loka. And then his, like light opened. Pim! Oh, what I'm doing? A really crazy person. After one woman who is going to die in few years, that also she's a prostitute. But then he told Chintamani that you are my guru. Because you told me something that opened my eyes. And that teaches us another lesson that we can learn about Krishna from anybody, even from a prostitute. Anybody, which we said in the beginning of the class, anybody who gets us closer to Krishna, that person is very favorable. Even though that person may be our enemy, even though that person may be a prostitute or anybody bringing us closer to Krishna, because Krishna speaks sometimes from the heart of other people. Krishna doesn't come directly to speak to us, but other people he sends messengers. So that messenger may be our wife or children or guru or friend or enemy, but anybody who gets us closer to Krishna is a friend. So like this, then there's a long story. Biva Mangal Thakur, after that also he had some other issues, but he finally became a very good devotee, and he wrote so many poems about Krishna where he was all the time glorifying Krishna, and finally he went back to Krishna Loka. So with this we finish. If anybody has any question or comments, you can ask. Otherwise we conclude the lecture of today.
That's a good lesson. Change yourself.
Change yourself, yes.
Don't try to change the world.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
What happened to the child that came back?
Okay, yeah, good question of this Maharaj Chitraketu. Yeah, so child came back and he said that he told his father that you are not my real father is Krishna, and he has called me for some other purpose. My time is over. So then he goes back again. The body dies and the soul goes back to another body. Because this is a cycle, the soul has to continue its journey. We are actually in a journey. This life is not a destination, it's a journey. And any journey has to end. Whether you are on the flight from here to China or whether America, sometime it has to finish and you have to get down. So this body is a journey, it's a vehicle where journey will end and we have to continue. But our purpose, or at least our goal should be not to get again another material body, but go back to Krishna. For that we have to qualify, and for that we have to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari 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 Bol. Bueno, mi amigo que vino, ayer fuimos a comer juntos y le dije, ¿puede venir? Y entonces me llama a las 12 y pico de la noche, sí, voy a venir.